What's cracking? What's cracking? Once again, second video of the day. I've been meaning to touch in on this. I get asked about my opinion on the Nick Trigili bodybuilding and bullshit getting snatched off of the airwaves. This is the thing. What Nick was doing, he put out great content. He was the clickbait king. He was the king of thumbnails and everything else. He was amazing when it comes to that type of work. The boy was a genius. However, when it all boils down to it, you cannot be out here burning bridges with people because you never know when you might have to cross that bridge. Because it's sad because they say now AI is doing scanning now to where that, it's not manually no more. So if you had a page and it was taken down, you are a lifetime banned from YouTube. How do I feel about that? I think it's total BS, but that's how they run their business. That's how they run their program. The dude built this channel up once again from getting banned. I think it was like 2020 or something like that. It had to be around that time because that's when me and him did an interview before. It's like, I'd say they should give people's probational periods, but just lifetime ban a person, now that the platform of YouTube is built, it's like, I don't need you no more type of situation, which is it's kind of cold-blooded. However, that's some of the consequences that comes when you create so many enemies, when you start feeling like you're irreplaceable, right? Because now, here it is, weeks are going by. That was a major source of income, not saying strictly from YouTube. I'm talking about how he promoted the line of business that he was in. Okay, he's on Patreon, he's on Rumble or Rimbo or whatnot. That's cool. However, those platforms are not extremely large enough now to reach the audience that he had. Now, I feel like he knew that the BS was going to be hitting the roof sooner or later because he created those other two outlets, which was smart on his behalf. But one thing, I wouldn't have created all these enemies. I wouldn't have burnt so many bridges and shit because he reached out for help from whoever could help him and this and that. And ain't no telling who could have probably had the opportunity that could have actually helped him. I don't know, because anything could be reversed when it comes to this social media stuff. But when you create so many fucking enemies and bad blood with people, there's no one that's willing to go out on a limb that might know loopholes and all of this that could actually potentially help you out. Like, there's no way. I believe in, you don't go at people's unless they're come at you. I believe in that whole thing. I don't believe in making up enemies for no reason, just for a buck. Because some people, such as myself, will see you in person and expect you to stand on what you saying. And not only me, William Bonax is like that. Michael Lockett is like that. You can't play around with people's like that because they gonna want to test you. They gonna want to see if you really about that because William Bonac minds his business. Michael Lockett minds his business. So when you go at people's that minds their own business, you got to be willing to get hurt behind it or stand on whatever it is you preaching, So it's kind of sucks because I used to really look forward to watching his videos because he'll break down certain interviews that I don't want to watch the whole thing of. And he'll highlight the stuff, even though he was antagonizing a lot of people's and like starting little shit. But overall, it was entertainment for this sport, for this business. It was really good to be able to watch and enjoy, so let me see. Oh yeah, I'm looking at my testosterone. So this one is the paper. This is the laminated one. This is gold and white. This is silver and white testosterone, a nat theta, whatnot. Same quality, different labels. How do I know? Because I reached out to Mike White, like, hey. And he reassured me, let me know that it's the same quality, which you can tell right away from your injection. You can tell right away because you're not going to be hurting. You're not going to feel no boost of nothing, because if something works, you shouldn't feel no major jumps of anything. Okay, Masteron. Yeah. So, yeah, man, I look forward to watching Nick Trigili's stuff. Even though I love to bust that guy balls, I love busting his balls for the simple fact, he would say little things behind the scenes and not expecting it to get back to me. So I will bust his balls behind that. Would I personally, physically try to do anything to him? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's not worth it, because he never said anything or try to harm me. So it was just sheer me busting his balls or whatnot. So with that being said, those of you out there with all this clickbait and all of this creating unnecessary issues and beef with people for no reason, this should be a learning lesson for you guys. This should really be a learning lesson for you guys, because now look at it. He come out with a new product with old school labs. There's no traffic like YouTube traffic. I don't give a hell what outlet you use. There's no traffic like that. So now he have to either get someone else, trust someone else to put his channel in their shit. But the thing is, you could put in a different name. They don't want to see your face on their channel. They don't want none of your stuff. It's kind of jacked up. The air bubble out. They don't want to see your face on their network. And do you blame them? No. Because if you don't follow the guidelines of what they place out there, because when we set these channels up, we agree to their guidelines. If you're not following their guidelines, why bother to be trying to be on their channels, on their airways, on their platforms, and all of this? So, yeah, it's jacked up, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. You feel me? Sad. So, Bob Chicaro, he doing his thing still, and regardless how him and Nick went back and forth, he did not kick this man while he was down. So I have even more respect for Bob, because he could have easily kicked this man while he was down, and he chose to not even entertain it, which is dope as hell. Right now I'm mixing up Masteron propionate, and I'm mixing up Tren Anathate and my Test E. I know some of you guys be like, why you won't use Test P or Test Anathate? Test P, I don't like how it makes my body feel. It hurts. It's painful with Test P. And Anathate, I like that, I don't retain water, so it ain't like, and then I don't have to worry about the really high estrogen levels and all of that, because why? I don't get gyno. I had the surgery. push the air bubble out. Best thing you could possibly do. Yeah, so bodybuilding and bullshit is officially in the grave site. Sad, but that's how it is. You cannot burn bridges with people. You cannot start all these fake beats for views, because there's always going to be a time and a place where you're going to have to cross that bridge again. And you don't want to be crossing it, having to see the faces that you created some bull crap on. So anyway, I'm about to get to these shots. Let's see where we at with it. Ooh, look at that midsection. See, y'all was talking about, man, your stomach. Told you that's where my food sits, you know? The breakdown. And it only matters when you're on stage, baby. You can't really see details and cuts with this type of lighting, so we're not going to focus on that. Anywho, people, chat, give it a gun barrel straight, raw uncut, no filter. Holla at y'all later. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting me, supporting my movement. I love each and every last one of you guys. About to mix up my growth hormone so I can make sure I'm taking my shots and everything. But I'll holler at y'all later, all right?